history. He spoke with David Aldridge about what's ahead.
Durant for three. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown, and Golden State takes the lead.
I told him earlier in the year, I said, man, it's cool that you're here, but we really don't need you for the regular season, bro. We kind of gonna need you for these finals. And he stepped up big and made plays for it.
Y'all always talk about appropriate fear, and I was fascinated by going after him in the first place. We need you to help us beat this monster.
It's being confident enough to say we can use this. Your ego is going to say, oh, we good. Like, we won a championship, lost in Game 7, 3-1 lead. We good. But the reality of it is, yeah, we may have been good, but if we get KD, are we really good?
You have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. You add number 35, Kevin Durant.
It was natural, it was authentic, it was real, and you know, I just felt like I needed to be a part of it.
Because I asked them, like, I knew I wanted to die, but I asked them, I said, yo, what y'all think about KD? What? Like, let's do it, let's get him. We're definitely a very confident group, but we're not cocky. And so not being cocky allows us to say, hey, damn good team, you know, and we can get a lot of stuff done, but with Kevin Durant, which is, you know, a possibility, we can get a lot more done, and I think we're showing that.
I thought one of the most important things that happened with this team was when you said, I don't need to score. I'll just play defense. I'm good. That was early. I don't even know if y'all knew what you had yet in terms of on the floor. So how did you arrive at that decision? What made you think that that was something important?
I know, you know, there was this sense of coming in like, oh, there's only one ball. There's only such shots to go around. This, that, and the other. For me, it's like, okay, do we want Steph taking less shots? Probably not. You know, he hits a lot of them. Do we want Klay taking less shots? Probably not. He hits a lot of them. Do we want to get Kevin Durant shots? Absolutely. That's why he's here. You know, he can go get a bucket at any time, anyway. So we need that. So who's the next up on the shot list? Me. Being realistic with yourself. I feel like I can dominate a game taking 3 shots. I got these 3 guys on the wing. Let me get this ball out of my hand and get them the ball where they can score. They're going to make us great offensively. If I can make us great defensively, we put that together, you're talking about a very tough team to beat.
You have this opportunity that no other team's had. 16-0 must mean something special to this group because you're the first group that has a chance to be 16-0.
You know, I think it is special. What makes it special to me, it's not the whole 16-0 thing. Because in order to be 15-0, it takes a certain level of focus to do what we've done thus far. The number one thing over the course of the years with putting this thing together, the number one thing that we always say we can improve is our focus. And that's like the ultimate level of focus. Yeah, we got talent. Talent loses. You know, man, we were locked in. Like that is like the ultimate definition of being locked in at all times. It's more special to me just to show the growth of where we've come from. You know, we come from a team that was always just flinging the ball around and like, to say like, man, we just went 16-0. The focus that takes from a team who their detriment was focus. Now all of a sudden, that's one of their strengths. That's special.
Do you allow yourself to think about what's possible with this group if you can keep it together?
I do. I do think about what's possible. You know, I think we can dominate for years. But I also know the things that matter to the guys we have, there's no doubt in my mind that we will keep it together. Because I know with the one thing we all have in common, we're all great friends. And we all, most importantly, we just want to win. That right there alone will keep it together.
What an incredible opportunity ahead of the Warriors here tonight. You guys all played deep into the playoffs. You played for a championship team that went 15-1. What would it say to you if the Warriors can finish this off tonight and finish the playoffs absolutely perfect?
It'll be remarkable. It'll be historical. In order to do that, they have to come out and seize the moment. You know, in the finals, when you get a commanding lead, you have a chance to close out. You just have to seize the opportunity. Good thing about this Golden State team is no lead is safe. No lead is safe. Like, they don't really have to play great basketball because they got knockdown shooters that could, you know, cut into any lead. But to answer your question, Matt, it'll be You know, it'll put them up there with, you know, some of the top teams. I've been getting asked all week, would this make them the best team ever? My opinion, not really, because I can't discredit what the Lakers did, what the Celtics did, what the Pistons did, what we did. So it'll definitely be in the conversation, but 16-0, be remarkable.
Not only 16-0, but assuming they pull it off tonight, it would be by the most lopsided average margin in NBA history as well. They're not just beating all these teams, they've been pounding all these teams on their way to a title.
You know, I'm not going to get in that silly debate about who's the greatest team ever, but offensively and shooting-wise, I ain't never seen a team that can shoot and it's good offensively. Like I say, it's a silly debate trying to, obviously with the new rules especially,
sure,
you can't touch guys. Because I'd have been putting wood on Steph's little ass and Clay's little ass all night long.
too.
No, in warm-ups, doing the national anthem, I'd have been hitting them.
In warm-ups?
In warm-ups.
Sure.
We'd actually roll balls down there and just bump into them hard. But they're the best shooting. Like Clay and Steph, they're the best shooting backcourt ever. When Mark Jackson first said that, I was like,
seemed outrageous.
It seemed outrageous,
right?
but it's not outrageous. I've seen it 3 years in a row. Then you add this other guy, Kevin, who's, I'm trying to think, who is the greatest offensive weapon? He might be he's in the conversation with the greatest offensive weapon I've seen.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar comes to mind. He's the league's all-time leading scorer, the most indefensible single shot.
George Gervin.
Jerry West.
Jerry West.
A lot of great scorers.
Yeah.
And for me, I just want to take this time to thank those that came before us, from Shaq, Chuck, I was with Shaq, but those like Shaq, like Chuck, like others, because if there was no Larry Bird, there would be no Kevin Durant today. Remember in practice, Shaq, when we were in high school or like we see Barkley, the famous full court in Philly, going behind the back and dunk. I came into practice the next day and coach was like, you can't do that. It wasn't until we saw Magic and other guys do that they elevated the game. That's why I don't like comparing eras. You can't compare Kareem and Magic to Steph,
it's a different game.
But we wouldn't be that good if it wasn't for them. So there would be no LeBron, period, if it was no Magic Johnson.
Right.
So we need to appreciate Magic, for who he was. And so I just love the fact that the older players, this is just evolution. It's fun to watch.
And we talk about, we've never seen a guy like Kevin Durant. And I said, yeah, we have. Dirk Nowitzki was a 7-foot jump shooter who was a great. He's going to Hall of Fame so he can take off his sneakers. But there's a 7-foot guys who shot threes. Now Kevin shoots more threes, but we've seen a 7-foot guy shoot threes.
And Kevin Durant has taken some things from Dirk Nowitzki. The fadeaway, the 1-foot fadeaway,
one leg,
stands out.
Kickstand.